This is the Adobe Color Themes panel. How to access the Adobe Color Themes panel. In Photoshop, select window. You should to select window firstly, then extensions, then Adobe Color Themes, then press Adobe Color Themes and explore color themes. How to explore color themes? We have steps. Step number 1. Click the Explore tab in the Adobe Color Themes panel by default, and the Explore tab displays all public color themes, by the way. Step number 2. If necessary, filter the color themes by a category and time frame, and use the search bar if you are looking for a specific theme. And work with the color theme. How to work with the color theme? Once you have found a theme that you like, click this three icon, and to choose the desired option from the flyout menu of a color theme using the Adobe Color Themes panel, like this dialog box. And how to edit the themes? If you'd like to edit the themes, you should open and then selected color theme in the Create tab of the Adobe Color Theme panel, and you can modify and work with the colors present in the theme as desired and save it in your Creative Cloud libraries from here. And be careful, note that alternatively you can click the name of a color theme to edit it. And how to add two switches? Save the selected color theme in the switches panel. And how to view online? If you'd like to view online, view the color theme and related information such as who created this color theme and date of sharing this color theme and rating and reviews and so on in your browser. And you can also appreciate and save and share and edit this theme from your browser, like this screenshot. And how to create and save color theme? If you'd like to create and save color theme, what should you do? We have steps. Step number 1. Click the Create tab in the Adobe Color Themes panel. Then step number 2. Select the color rule on which you want to base the theme. Analogous and monochromatic and trade complementary, compound, chess or custom. For details, see color rules. And now choose or base color by clicking the little triangle corresponding to a color in the theme you are editing, and best open the color rules selected. A color theme is automatically built around the base color, by the way, like this screenshot now. Choose a base color, set as base color, and while a color is selected, you can adjust it either using the color wheel or by changing its value in one of the following color system, like CMYK and RGB and LIP and HSP or HEX. Step number 1. Optional. You can choose one of the following options while creating a color theme, and then click the Set Selected Colors from Active Color icon to add the active color from Illustrator Workspace to your color theme. Next step, click the Select to Set Active Color icon to set the active color in the Illustrator Workspace from your color theme. Then click the Add to Switches icon to add your color theme to the Switches panel. And then step number 2, enter a name. You should to enter the name for the new color theme. You should to enter the name for your color theme for the new color theme. Then click Save. Step number 3, choose the Creative Cloud library to which you want to save the theme, like this dialog box. Save the new theme to a library, then click Save. Note and be careful, depending on whether you are logged in using your Adobe ID or your enterprise credentials, different sets of libraries may be available for saving themes. Then select Help. Select Help, then press Manage My Account. Select Help, then press Manage My Account to check the credentials with which you are logged in. And if you land at the authentication screen for your organization, when you select this option, you are logged in using your enterprise credentials. And the same email ID may be associated with an Adobe ID as well as an enterprise ID. Okay. What about color rules? What about the color rules? Analogous uses colors that are adjacent on the color wheel, and analogous color usually blend well with one another and are harmonious and pleasing to the eye. Okay, monochromatic. What is the monochromatic? What is the monochromatic? Monochromatic uses variations in saturation and brightness of a single color, by the way. And when you use this color rule, you are presented with five colors sharing the same hue. Like example H 182. Previous example. And but different saturation and brightness values monochromatic color go well together and produce a soothing effect like this screenshot. What about the triad uses colors evenly spaced around three equidistant points on the color wheel, and when you use this color rule, you are presented with two colors with the same hue but different saturation and brightness values from the first point on the color wheel. Example HSP 182 and 90 and 45 and HSP 182 175. Two from the second point on the color wheel and one color from the third point. Tragic color tend to be contrasting, albeit not a contrasting as complementary colors, and while still retaining harmony when used together. Look at this screenshot. We have HSP and hue 182 90 45 and 182 175. Look at for this example 182 90 45 and 182 175. Yes. What about complementary? Complementary uses colors opposite to each other on the color wheel, and when you use this color rule, you are presented with two colors with the same hue as the base color, by the way, and the base color itself, and two colors with the same hue from the opposite point on the color wheel. Complementary colors provide high contrast and tend to stand out when used together. Fine. Like this screenshot now. 182 145 182 90 100 182 175. What about compound? Compound uses a mix of complementary and analogous colors, and when you use this color rule, you are presented with two colors with the same hue that are adjacent, analogous to the base color, by the way, like this example. And the base color itself and two colors opposite to the base color, complementary but adjacent to each other. And compound color schemes have the same strong visual contrast as complementary color schemes, but they have less pressure. like this screenshot now. 182, 175. It shades. What about the shades? It shades. It shades uses 5 colors, by the way. It shades uses 5 colors. All sharing the same hue. Example H 182 and saturation is 100, but different brightness values, like this screenshot. What about the custom? Custom. What about the custom in Photoshop? Custom option. Custom lets you manually select the colors on the color wheel in your palette without any rules controlling them, like this screenshot. How to access themes saved to your libraries? Access themes saved to your libraries. Look at this dialog box. We have Adobe Color themes, then create explore my themes, and how to access your themes. We have steps. Step number 1. In the Adobe Color themes panel, click the My Themes tab. Step number 2. Select the Creative Cloud library from which you want to access the color theme. Step number 3. If necessary, select a sorting parameter. Order for the listed themes by date and by name or by quantity, and ascending or descending, That's fine.